Okay, today we're going to talk about where do I get the money to start my business. But before we do that, I want to show you something. Here's you. You're standing right here. And way over here somewhere is your dream. Let's make it look like a pot of gold. And, it may be anything. It may be you're going to get a PhD, or you're going to become a doctor or a lawyer, or you're going to have a family, or you're going to travel the world. There's something over there that's your dream that you want, but you know that to get from here over to there are all kinds of problems, challenges, and obstacles you're going to have to figure out how to overcome. You may not have enough money. You may need an educational degree. You may have a problem with time. You don't have time to work on this. You may have obligations to other people. So there's all these obligations and challenges and obstacles. And so you're over here and you begin to make a plan. And you're in the business world. People say you got to have a business plan. And that's all a very good idea. But I'm here to tell you that I don't want you to end up being like that person described by J. Paul Getty. J. Paul Getty said, he said something like, it's sad, but most people die with their music still in them. And I don't want you to die with your music still in you. Here's what happens. You sit over here and you say, well, I'm going to think and I'm going to plan. And when I have a plan in place for how I can overcome all of these obstacles, then I'm going to launch to go for my dream. And so you sit over here and you think and you spin the wheels of your brain thinking and planning and thinking and planning and thinking and planning. And when I get the plan all done, then I will launch to achieve my dream. And you wake up one morning and you're on your deathbed and you say, oh my gosh, I never launched. The alternative, which sometimes is what you have to do, is you want to really be in the game and you really want to have power and go at it full on. You got to take the risk and you got to make a public declaration about here's where I'm going. I'm going to get a PhD in this, or I'm going to be a doctor or lawyer, or I'm going to travel the world. Whatever it is, you first declare what you're going to do and you go ahead and launch before you have all the plan in place, and you handle the obstacles as you go. Certainly it's not as good a way of starting a business as having a good, thorough business plan. But when Bill Gates was talking to IBM, if the movie is correct that I saw, he's talking to IBM and he said, you got great hardware, but your software is not user-friendly, and that's your problem. You need software that's user-friendly. And IBM said, that sounds like a good idea. Can your company provide that? And Gates said, absolutely, we'll get it for you. And at the time he said that, apparently he didn't have a clue how he was going to get it. In fact, he didn't even know how to do it. He had to go out and hire somebody else to help him create it. He launched first and figured it out along the way. You're going to see an interview with another business owner during this course where he said, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm telling customers I'll have this ready for them, and I'm in the manual trying to figure out how to do it at the same time. Not the best way to go, but sometimes in life, it's the only way to get yourself off the duff, put yourself at risk, and get your life moving forward. Make a public declaration of where you're going, launch before you know how to handle all this stuff, and handle this along the way. And you're far more likely to make it to your dreams than to wake up on your deathbed and be one of those people described by J. Paul Getty, those people who die with their music still in them. Do not die with your music still in you. Now, you're going to see also videotape of businessmen who used different ways to get the money that they needed. But if you see the one that I'm thinking about, he's going to say, I didn't know how I was going to get the money I needed to start my business. I just knew what business I wanted to start and why, and I began the process of putting the business together and thought I would figure out how to get the money for it later. And what do you know? The money just miraculously appeared. Now, we will do the Thomas Campbell thing in a separate talk, but sometimes if you just have the courage to declare what it is you're going to do, doors in the universe begin to open up for you, and money and things like that come to you from unexpected sources.